Welcome to the Mind Body Business Podcast. I'm your host, Jane Belante. And this show is about what happens when you stop separating your life, your work, and your well-being and start leading all of it from truth. Each episode will explore the connection between your thoughts, your body, and your business so you can create a life and success that actually feels good. Let's get started. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the brand new reimagined Mind Body Business Podcast. Super excited to be here. I am actually live on my Facebook business page right now and every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And today we are talking about stepping into your power. I had a group Reiki healing session yesterday, the sound healing session, and it was amazing. As always, my friend Emily's awesome. Look her up, Emily Ellenberger. She is Lotus Light Theory on Facebook and Instagram. But anyways, during that sound healing session, I got two messages, and the first message was step into your power. And that came pretty loud. I heard it really loud, and it just kept repeating itself over and over and over. And then the second message that I got was that my solar plexus chakra was blocked. Right? So I've been kind of studying the chakra centers for a long time, probably 30 years. I go in and out of remembering them. I have some meditations that I've created that actually help you balance your chakra centers. So I've been in this studying this chakra centers for a really, really long time. So the solar plexus chakra is like, I can come up a little bit. It's like right here. It's in the middle of your body, sort of right under your rib cage. I'm watching myself show you that. And it is represented by the color yellow. So if you've ever seen a chart with chakras, it's the third one. It's yellow. And it's really wild, like how this all comes together, right? Because I heard step into your power, and then I heard that my solar plexus chakra was blocked. So the solar plexus chakra is actually the center of personal power, confidence, and self-trust. And I know that a lot of the people that listen to this, or if you're watching the replay, whatever, this is a place where we get stuck. Could be confidence. Maybe we're confident. Like me, I'm confident. I don't care. I'll show up, on camera, whatever. Maybe it's self-trust. And because I heard step into your power, I'm understanding that the block is, for me, it's not actually stepping into my power. And so the solar plexus chakra is also about knowing who you are and then allowing that truth to move through everything that you do. And because most of the people that listen to this or watch this are, solo female entrepreneurs, whether you call yourself an entrepreneur or not, I know that we really don't feel right when we are not showing up as our true selves. We don't understand why we get so stressed out or anxious when we're following somebody else's plan. Oh, this is working for them, it's not working for me. And then we really start to doubt ourselves, and we shrink back from like, well, maybe I shouldn't say this. Well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't show my art. Maybe I shouldn't put this coaching program out there. Maybe I shouldn't do this membership thing, whatever it is that we want to do, right? And then we start to over-explain ourselves. Here's a big one. We say yes when we really mean no. It's like the people pleaser in us. And that's really a huge sign that this solar plexus chakra energy center is blocked. And so this episode today is about what it really means to step into that power. Not as a overall like concept, but really as a lived experience inside your body. Because that's where we can become aware of how we're feeling, right? Because thoughts and feelings or breath and feelings are always in the present moment, right? So when you know that you're having a feeling, frustration, you're starting to overthink, you're starting to doubt yourself, you know how that feels in your body, right? It doesn't feel good. So that's the first step to awareness of what thought did I just have that's making me feel that. So the solar plexus chakra is also associated with the fire element. So that's movement, that's digestion, and that's transformation. And I also love the fire element as a way to release. So many of you have done this, maybe not, but like where you're writing things on a piece of paper and then you burn it to let it go. That can be a really, really powerful way to sort of transmute these thoughts that give us the feelings that keep us spinning in the same stories over and over and over. So at the energetic level of the solar plexus chakra, it really is where self-direction and willpower live. And I'm not talking about willpower in like force, like I'm going to do this and my willpower will keep you know that doesn't work, right? Willpower doesn't work if you're trying to override a thought pattern. Right? When this area is balanced, we actually move with more clarity, and there's like this strength behind our voice and our presence. And when it's blocked, for me, that's when I find myself just spinning and questioning and what I'm blah and force and what am I supposed to be doing and second guessing everything. And sometimes then we sink into like trying to over control everything, right? Who here has control issues? Or perfectionism. And I never identified as a perfectionist, right? But I know that so many of us do. Or just really, really pushing so hard and making ourselves work, on the weekends. We have no boundaries. We're working in the evenings, and it's fine to have like different pockets of time when you work. I'm just saying you're working morning to night and you do it on the weekend too, and you never let yourself rest. And it's really hard to allow yourself to change when we are stuck in the pattern of the same thing that we do every single day. Because if we're not giving ourselves new experiences, if we never get out of our bubble, we can't ever rewire our own brain. We're just making decisions. It's when the body sort of takes over the brain. It's called the body brain. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it the body brain, but it literally just takes over because we're doing the same thing over and over and over every single day. So stepping into your power doesn't mean that you're like all of a sudden like you're this like roaring lion, like rah, right? Or like being more forceful. It's just remembering that your energy belongs to you. So like what are you giving your energy to that is depleting you of your power so that every day you're left still questioning yourself. You're left still overthinking every single move. And that literally could be when you're creating as well. Like, I shouldn't be me. I shouldn't have put that. Oh my God, I ruined it, right? So your energy belongs to you, and we leak it to all these little things like overthinking, like perfectionism, like questioning ourselves, like pretending that we're not worthy, right? And believing in that. And I want to say this is like nobody else is coming to give you the approval that you are seeking. And I want to say that again. And I want to know the people that are here, I want to know if this resonates with you. Nobody is coming to give you the approval that you are seeking. Put it in the comments. Look alive, people. You still with me? Because we already have access to clarity and courage inside our own system. And what that translates to is we are the ones to give ourselves the approval that we are seeking. We are the ones. We give ourselves approval. And, it's like, so we get stuck in this system of doing the same things over and over every single day. We get up, we go to the gym, we get whatever our systems are, right? And the body takes over, and we just keep repeating the same thing over and over. And so because we do that, that's the frequency that we emit. And so that is what we continue to bring in and see in our own lives. So if we are continually saying, I'm not good enough, or if we are continually living in a pattern of being unworthy, guess what continues to show up in your life? Things and situations that match that frequency. So that's what we're attracting in. And we don't understand this, and then we start to overthink it again. Like, I don't understand what's happening. I'm doing all the things, right? But you're not allowing yourself to grow. You're not becoming aware of where the anxiety that's living in your body, that's causing you to overthink, that's causing you to stop allowing yourself to be seen in the way that you really wish you could be seen. You don't ever give yourself a chance to rewire in something new. So the first step is becoming aware that you are stuck in the same pattern over and over. You do the same stuff every day. You put your pant leg on the same, your leg in the pant leg, the same leg each time. You brush your teeth the same way. You get up and you make your coffee the same way, right? You eat the same breakfast every single day, right? Okay, now I'm starting my day, and you start with the same thing that you do every single day. And so you're really reliving this Groundhog's Day life if you never allow yourself to have any new experiences, especially experiences that the person you dream about becoming, the business owner, the healthy, the whatever it is, you want to give yourself experiences as though you're living that life already. Because that begins to rewire your brain. So you're not beginning the day by doing the same thing every single day and wondering why nothing is changing. And this is just like the truth of how your brain works. And there's a saying like, what, excuse me, what fires together, wires together. And so if you are repeating the same things every single day, you're overthinking, you're saying you're not good enough, you're not putting your art out there, you're not putting yourself out there, you're telling yourself you're not good enough, you're overthinking, you're identifying, this isn't perfect, I can't do it. You're afraid what people will say about you. That's your solar plexus chakra being blocked. And so when I said no one's coming to give you the approval that you are seeking, this is where you understand the thoughts that I'm having is keeping me in this pattern. So if you could rehearse these thoughts of I'm not worthy, I overthink all the time, I'm a control freak, I can't do this unless it's perfect, I'm afraid that people are going to say this, this, and this. If that's what you're rehearsing all the time, you're going to get the same patterns over and over and over. That's what I just said, right? So what if instead of rehearsing that all the time, you rehearse something else? What if you started to rehearse, I'm amazing? And we've said that together before on this podcast where we just go, I'm amazing, right? What if you started to rehearse that? What if you started to rehearse being the person who already has everything that you want? Because what we're doing over and over and over is rehearsing the lack hole thoughts. And power in this solar plexus chakra is rooted in integrity. It's confidence confidence that comes from knowing your choices are coming from the truth of who you are. You're not just rehearsing your old patterns over and over and over. So what if you could tell yourself that you're good enough? What if you could stop rehearsing all of your old patterns and just ask yourself, what am I getting out of this? If you're waking up every day in anxiety, in fear, in unworthiness, and you allow yourself to sink into that, sink into indecision, sink into, fear, you never allow yourself to become anything else. You're stuck in that body-brain pattern where your body just takes over. So what are you getting out of that? Do you get to continue to be a victim? Do you get to continue to not step into being the business owner you want to be? Do you get to continue people feeling sorry for you? Do you get to continue telling yourself that your work isn't good enough? What do you get from that? Because it has to be something, right? Because otherwise, you can begin to rehearse being the person that you wish to be. You got to get out of your bubble. You got to do different things, because otherwise you're just going to keep attracting the same, more of the same, more of the same, more of the experiences that you don't want. When you know that your solar plexus chakra is not blocked, you feel it. You know that you make decisions that honor your boundaries. You know that, you really and truly are showing up as yourself and not performing anymore. And then you stop leaking your power away to all of these dumb things that we do. And I'm coming at you with this message because I literally heard it in that sound healing yesterday. It came right in my head. Your solar plexus chakra is blocked. And it resonates. I get it. So again, a blocked solar plexus chakra can look like hesitating to share an idea. It can look like, oh my God, I really wish I could do that, and then never ever doing it. It can feel like being completely drained after every single interaction because you're overgiving or you're people pleasing. Maybe you avoid conflict at all costs. The physical responses are digestive issues, tightness in the stomach area, shallow breath. It's that like top of lung breathing that we find ourselves in all day long. Like, take that big breath. It feels so good, right? It could feel like your core is weak or unsteady. And then the energetic side of it all is feeling like your actions don't match who you are. Um, this one was me for years, starting projects and then just abandoning them because all this doubt starts creeping in, like, oh, I don't know if anybody's gonna like this, right? And then overcompensating by doing busy work, overcompensating by trying to control the outcome. Who does that? Who here does that? Is this resonating? Each one of these signals is your system asking for balance. So how do we begin to get that back? Well, first of all, you need to get out of your bubble. You need to move this energy, and you need to have experiences that are new, no matter what that is. Because then you begin to rewire your brain so that the body isn't taking over all the time. No, no, no. This isn't what we do. We got to eat the same breakfast. We got to blah, blah, blah. Like this, oh, at 10 o'clock every single day, we blah, blah. Like we want to step out of that. So give yourself new experiences. Move your body. And I would even say move your body outside. You gotta put that energy somewhere, right? You gotta move the energy out. And then the deep belly breaths. So we sit in this shallow breathing all day long. We don't even realize we're doing it. So like breathe into your belly. Let your abdomen, like it kind of presses out and rises at the same time. And do that until you feel better. So maybe it's 10 minutes. Oh my God, 10 minutes? I don't have 10 minutes. Do it. Notice and become aware of where you're giving your energy away. So maybe it's every time you say yes when your body's literally saying no. Or maybe you overthink all the time, every single decision. Maybe you tell yourself that, I shouldn't have done that. Oh my God, this is just ruined, whatever it is, right? Maybe you're afraid to show yourself. Maybe you're afraid to actually step into the shoes of the person that you wish to be. Where are you giving your energy away? And then act on small truths. Okay, so power builds through aligned action. Don't wait for a big moment. Just start with one decision today. Maybe it's speaking up for yourself. Maybe it's allowing yourself to step away when you'd normally be like, I'm going to push and get this done, and I'm going to blah, 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 and work to like, maybe it literally is like, you know what? I'm going to allow myself to be silent instead. I'm going to allow myself to get out and take a walk instead. Because each small act tells this solar plexus chakra, tells your nervous system, I can trust myself. Remembering that nobody's coming to save you and that you're the one who saves yourself, right? And then because the solar plexus chakra is associated with fire, feed that fire, literally and metaphorically. So eat warm and grounding foods, move your body in ways that make you feel strong. So like I said, walks, yoga, dancing. Like if you're in your kitchen, just throw on some music and do a little dance. Who cares? Who's watching you? And if somebody is watching you, tell them to join in. And this is the most important. It's forgiving the past version of you. And because like that past version of you is the version that's still keeping you in this pattern over and over and over. You are clinging to whatever it was. Well, yeah, but she said this to me 10 years ago. And so I have not gotten past that, right? Why are you clinging to that? What are you getting out of it? Understand that, forgive it, and begin to rewire in something new. So, where are you giving away your power? It's super interesting and important to understand. What are you still waiting for permission to do? And permission from who? Because it's always yourself, right? And is there any part inside of you that feels ready to just let go of all of this stuff? And when I say that, I really mean let go. Stop allowing yourself to sink back into your pattern. And I've been talking about duality, right? So just allowing that person to be alive in you, because it's like neural pathways in your brain. It's not going away, right? But stop feeding it. Stop giving it the power. Because that's you stepping out of your power and allowing all the crap over here to allow us to keep staying in that same pattern. So you might notice it where you're saying, I choose to instead of I have to. And then you just start moving towards what feels aligned. And you begin to trust yourself. That is the solar plexus chakra in motion. If you are a part of my mastermind or my Limitless Creators Lab, I have a solar plexus chakra balancing meditation in there. If you don't know where to find it, just message me and I will make sure that you get it. Because we can allow it to be easy. We just have to become aware. Not everybody's going to be in a sound healing session and hear that your solar plexus chakra is blocked and step into your power and like it hits you over the head like a V8, right? Not everybody's going to hear that. So allowing yourself to become aware of where you're leaking your energy on the overthinking, the control, the perfectionism, the shrinking, all of that. Then confidence stops being something you chase and starts being something you live from, like the real you. And it is the bridge between knowing and doing. It's where vision actually turns into action. You actually let yourself do what you want to do. What? And then vision turns into action, right? But then intention, which is the most powerful part, becomes reality. So when we step into our power, it isn't a one-time thing. Well, I was in my power here and then never again, right? It's actually a daily agreement that you have to choose to do. Lead your own life from the inside out. And your life translates into your business, especially everybody that listens or watches this, right? So it's that daily agreement with yourself to rewire your own brain, to have new experiences, to step out of your bubble, to stop allowing yourself to sink back in to the pattern that you are so tired of. So as you move through this week, I want you to pay attention to that solar plexus chakra. Pay attention to it. Notice when it contracts. Notice when it expands. I want you to breathe into that space. And remember that, power isn't waiting to be earned. It's right here already. We just need to stop leaking it, and instead of need to, choose to, right? I catch myself doing it too. Choose to stop leaking your power. Choose to bring it back with all the light and all the love. And you will begin to see how you are rewiring your own brain, and that you can live your most powerful, most amazing, most abundant life, business. It's all together, right? It starts here, then it transmutes into the body, and then that's how you move forward, right? You get to choose. So I am so grateful that you were here today. I trust that this was helpful. If you're in my mastermind or my Limitless Creators Lab and you want the solar plexus balancing, solar plexus chakra balancing meditation, say that 10 times fast, message me if you don't know where to find it, and I'll make sure that you get it. And cheers to a powerful week, and I'll see you here next week, Monday.